What is a privacy policy, and am I legally required to have one? And if so, how can I make a privacy policy? In today's video, we'll be giving you the answers to these questions, sharing some examples of privacy laws, what they require of you, and more. So if you're interested in learning more, then stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's Helena here, and welcome to Privacy Policies, the place where you can generate custom-made privacy policies in seconds to help keep your business safe. Privacy is such an important aspect of our lives, both on and offline. But when it comes to the expansion of the internet and all the things we can do, see, purchase, and experience online, privacy has become even more sensitive for both consumers and business owners. As such, there are a number of privacy laws that affect businesses, websites, and their operators worldwide, and that's why you might need to get a privacy policy set in place for your website. But what is a privacy policy exactly? A privacy policy is a legal agreement that explains what kind of personal information you gather from website visitors, how you use this information, and how you keep it safe. If you collect personal data of any kind, such as first and last names, physical addresses, email addresses, telephone numbers, social security numbers, birth dates, details of physical appearance, such as height, weight, hair color, and so on, any contact information shared with a business, either physically or online, or information stored online that may identify an individual, then you'll most likely need a privacy policy in place to keep your business and your users safe. We have an entire video dedicated to privacy policies where we go quite in depth on what it is and why you should have one. So if you're interested in watching that, I'll link it down below. Are privacy policies legally required? There are many laws around the world that require websites to have a privacy policy in place. From California's CCPA law to the EU's General Data Protection Regulation and other laws in Canada, the UK, and Australia, there is much to understand about privacy laws and compliance. Let's jump a little deeper into each one of these laws. CCPA, or California Consumer Privacy Act, is one of the privacy laws in the US. It affects anyone who collects personal information from people residing in California, which means its reach goes far beyond the state borders. Its purpose is to provide protection of personal data collected from California residents. The EU's Gdpr, or General Data Protection Law, requires all companies operating in the EU, as well as foreign companies that handle personal data of people located in the EU, to have a privacy policy. This is part of its goal to make sure personal information is both obtained and processed fairly. For more information on the GDPR, check out the video linked in the description box below. Canada's Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, or PIPEDA, protects personal data belonging to Canadian citizens and requires companies operating online in Canada to have a privacy policy. As you can see, each country or region has their own set of laws regarding privacy protection and privacy policies. They each vary in their own way, but one thing is certain. If you collect private data of any kind, and if you own or operate a website anywhere in the world, you'll likely need a privacy policy in place that complies with the laws in the jurisdictions where your website users live. Besides collecting data yourself, you also need to be aware of requirements of third-party services you use, such as analytics or advertising services like Google AdSense and Google Analytics that might collect data on your behalf. Because of this, you should always check the terms of use for these services to find out what you need to do. If you're curious about what a terms and conditions agreement is and the difference between a terms and conditions agreement and privacy policy, we have an entire video dedicated to the subject that you can check out in the description box below. More often than not, depending on where you and your target audience are located, you'll be required by law to have a privacy policy in place if you collect private information of any kind from users. But what should you include in your privacy policy? At a minimum, your privacy policy should include your official business name and contact information, the types of personal data you collect from users both directly and indirectly, why you collect their personal data, how their data is used, how you share that data with third parties, and finally, how your users can opt out of data collection. Creating this simple legal document called a privacy policy will protect you and your business from any unwanted lawsuits. If creating a privacy policy for your business sounds like a daunting task and you don't know how to start, we've got you covered. We have an easy-to-use privacy policy generator ready for you to use right now. To make your privacy policy, go to our website www.privacypolicies.com and use our privacy policy generator. Simply fill out your website's information and you'll have your agreements ready within 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a try now. We hope that you found this video on privacy policies helpful and informative. If you have any more questions related to the topic that we didn't happen to touch on, please leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of our latest videos, and we will see you in our next one.